September the 8th, 2022. I've been doing some work on the truck. As you can see, these are the, I just roughed these in with some filler. They're all made, and just got to sand those out, and they'll be good. I'm not going to get real particular there. They go down by your feet, kick panel on each side, so they're not that particular. But anyway, we did finally get back to the door. So I put a skim coat over everything last night, sanded it this morning, added a couple areas you can see right here, some in here that were low, some spots down in here. But anyway, it's about 98%, and that's good enough for me. So we're done. We're done with the passenger door. I need to put the other hinge back on before I store it. I've got the driver's door off. It's going to go up on the sawhorses next, and we will be working on that. And I will show you my kick panels. I got those done, and this one's all in primer, and it's turned out pretty good. Like I said, they're 95%, but seam sealed everything on the bottom, and then I put some KBS rust preventive paint on the bottom, and this is all you're going to see. So you will not see that back. So it don't matter what it looks like. This is the other one. Did some body work on it. Got it pretty smooth. Like I said, it's not show quality by any means. We goobered up the bottom with some KBS. On this one, I used brazing, a different technique, because the bottom piece here was in pretty good condition. It was just had a bunch of little small pinholes, but they weren't bad. There was one spot right up here which was basically rusted through. So I thought, I'm going to try the brazing rod, which actually worked pretty good. I was able to get that an instant red hot, and then melt the brass into the hole, or around the hole, and it would fill right in and go in down through it actually, and it would start coming out the bottom. And so anyway, it filled the holes, give it a little bit of strength, and it's good to go. Where this one I had to cut. Remember, this whole piece right here was replaced. I made a piece for that, but I had to weld it all across the back here, and the real challenge is welding it all across this lip, all on the edge here. So that was the issue with that. But anyway, that's where we're at. I have an inside door panel that is going to need some attention, and so I don't know if I'll do that next, or if I'll get at the door. I don't know if I'm ready to take on the door yet. What I got to do with the door is I got to, just like the other one, I got to gut it. Everything is, you can see the bottom is rusted through. So I got another piece for that. And then we get to tear off the moldings, the garnish moldings on the inside. And I will take off that whole panel that holds your door mechanism on there. And anyway, we'll get that all out and take the weather stripping out too. But this will all be cleaned up on the inside and then KBS'd. So there's a lot of work that goes into it prior to me getting to the skin. And with the skin, we're going to do it a little bit different. I'm going to do it basically the same way as I did the last one, where I came down an inch and I will cut across, and then I will bring the door skin up along the bottom and bring it up, and we'll cut it to match that line. And I haven't decided yet. I'm probably going to cut it both pieces at the same time. That way you get a nice straight line, or I mean both edges will match. And then we're going to start tack welding. I don't know, from the center out. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. But, and then we'll mold the edges last. Where what I did with this one, oops, I molded the edges first. And that was the problem. I mean, it fit good, except for up here. And a great big hump in the middle. That didn't work, obviously. I spent way too much time on that door, but it's done. What I want to do too is when I'm all finished with this door and those inside panels, I will have those rockers are done. These kick panels, or whatever these things are called, those will be done. And then what we're going to do is, if you can see it, let me see if I can zoom in. Right on the shelf over there is a can of epoxy primer. So that is the plan next. We will move the truck out. My plan is I'm going to hang a cable, string it from there over to this side, put a turnbuckle in it, get it good and tight, and then I'll probably do it more towards this end here, and then I'll hang my door and my pieces off of that cable. I'll shut the other door and open up both of these, and I'll paint that direction. I know, it's what you do when you're at home. When I eventually get to the point where I start painting, primering the body of the cab, and you know, the bed and all that good stuff, I am going to hang a piece of blue tarp over there. I'm going to run some more cables across the top, and I'll put tarp clear across the top of it here, down, and yeah, it'll come down right about the edge of that, where that post is at, because both of them are matching loss. And then I'll put another tarp across there too. So the only thing I'll have left will be this sliding door, and I'll probably open that the width of that box fan. And that box fan I'll probably sit at the bottom, or maybe set it up on something, and then this will be my paint booth. I will take the chassis and the engine, and we will park that underneath my carport, and it will be painting time. But that's, who knows when that's going to be. But slowly but surely, we're working on stuff. And one of my next projects too are going to be cab corners. That's what's in that box. And right there's the other one. So we got to get cab corners, and then the back end of this cab, you can see it's pretty rusty. Yeah, there's a rib in here that's kind of bowed like this, so it's pushing this out a bit. But anyway, that'll be cinched up. You can see there it's all rusted and broke loose. And then the back of the seat has got some rust out, or the base of the seat here, whatever. Not that, this piece here. When I cut this piece off, then I'll be able to get at this piece and repair it. So, but it's not bad. I mean, for rust. I mean, when you consider this old truck. But yeah, I want to get all the holes filled and everything. Then I've got a guy close by. Hopefully he'll be able to do it. Not this year, but he'll. It's a what is it called? A water sandblast type thing, where he comes out, and it's great for bodies because it doesn't warp your metal. But I got to get everything, all my rust and everything fixed. All my holes I want it filled, you know. Like all these holes there, you can see somebody mounted something up there, and then there's one up on top of the roof. And then I did a little bit of, somebody buggered that up, but tried to hammer that out a little bit. It'll get body filler, but you know, this all needs cleaned up. But what I'd like to do is get that all media blasted and then hit the rest of this rust, you know, and then go for it. That way I can identify what areas really need attention. So, all right, enough rambling. Sorry for the little bit long video here, but that's where we're at. So thanks for watching and subscribing, and stay tuned for the next one.